Hello, this is Sheila Myers and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making this really cute baby's card, which I'll open up and show you how it works and everything. But first of all, before we get into the cards, I just wanted to share with you that this month, it's almost at the end of the month, and Stampin' Up! Is offering new demonstrators a wonderful deal on joining. You get in materials, if you were normally joining, you have $125 worth of material that you purchase for $99 to become a demonstrator. And you can order anything throughout the catalog to fit what your needs are to start your demonstratorship up. Well, this month they've added a plus to it, which is unheard of, this kind of a plus, because not only do you get all of the extra free merchandise over and above the $99, you're also going to get a family color of the new stamp pads that just came out this year, and it's your choice as to what color family that you choose. So this is one of the best times, if you have been thinking about becoming a demonstrator, to become a demonstrator. One of the other things that I offer my demonstrators, if they're interested in it, is I do digital instructional sheets, which for my club members that are local, they can come to my club meets each month, and they will get a packet of everything cut out along with their instructional sheet as they work their project, so they can go home and add it to their little book and reference back to it at a later time. Well, I offer this for my demonstrators as well on my team, so that they can also in turn give their customers or their clubs the opportunity, or if they're just a hobbyist demonstrator, then they'll have 3 to 4 new cards each month to be able to do some new projects and stuff. So anyway, this is an example of the instruction cards that I do. I insert a picture of the way the card should look once it's completed. If there's more detail of an inside that I want to share with you, then I'll do a double picture, and sometimes do these front and back. It'll list all the supplies that you need to make the card along with your instructions. And so if you're interested in that and would like to join my team, then I would love to have you, and there is a spot to click on and go straight to my Stampin' Up! Store and join today. So make sure, if you're going to join before the 31st, because that's when you're getting the great deal. All the time it's a good deal, but this particular month is a great deal, getting the extra packets of colors, stamp pads. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the card we're going to be making today. This was inspired by my upline, Don Griffith, who gives us challenges with card sketches. And so her card sketch looked like the front of this as far as the panels go, and then the triangles and the square type thing, diagonals fitting in. Well, I went a little bit further and made it an interactive card where that you can open it up, and this is the inside of it. And I thought that was a cute twist on it. Also, if you needed to and you wanted to make this into a gift card, then you could add another extra little panel right here, stamp this on the outside panel, and then you could put you a little bit of your tear and tape along the edges here, and then you would have a nice little gift card holder as well. Or you can make this longer, fold it up, and score it where you need it to, and then again put your tear tape, I'm sorry, on each edge. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the materials that you're going to need to make the card. There's a twinkle twinkle little twinkle twinkle package right now going on with the DSP and the punch, which is a great deal. And in that you'll get your 12 sheets of it's two-sided DSP, and you can use in it gray granite, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Soft Sea Foam, Whisper White, to go along with this beautiful designer paper. They've got a lot of different patterns and stuff, and I'll show you some more samples of some of the cards that we do, but you can see some of how pretty the paper is. All of their paper is just always gorgeous. And the punch is kind of a fun element. You can use it with the stamp set, which my stamp set's on the way. I accidentally ordered me a wood stamp, and I prefer the clear stamp, so I've sent it back for an exchange, and we'll have that hopefully in the next week. And then also with this card, we're going to use this stamp set, the little elephant, for the inside greetings that we have here. Hello, little one, congratulations, and celebrate your big day. In addition to that, we will be using the new polka dot ribbon, which I absolutely love. It's so cute. And what's nice about this is you can also color it. So, you know, it doesn't have to be the white like this. You can use your sponges and some of your stamp pads and color them to blend in with the ink you need. All right, the other things that you'll need is I'm using some of the Share What You Love artisan pearls. Boy, I'm having a time here today. Rhinestones, and then of course our dimensionals. So with having said that, let's go over the measurements and get started on making this card. All right, your first piece is a pool party, and it is, the base of it is 5.5 by 8.5. You're going to score it at 2 1/8 on each end. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure you keep your cutter way out. So let's go ahead and come up here to the 2 1/8 then and score it. And then let's just flip it around and do 2 1/8 again. Should be done with that. Always remember the score lines is your valley. You want to push away from the valley to get a nice crisp burnish your edges and get a nice card where it'll nicely fold. Okay, so let's put that to the side. In addition to that, you're going to need Tranquil Tide, which you'll need 4 that measures 2 inches by 5 1/4. They'll be your panels for the outside and the inside. So let's put those there. And then for your DSP, again, this is the Twinkle Twinkle DSP. And those, you need 4 of them. And you need those by 1 3/4 inch by 5 inch. For the inside of the card, you're going to be needing your Tranquil Tide, which measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and your Whisper White, which measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then you're going to need 2 more pieces of your Tranquil Tide that measures 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then 2 of your DSPs that measure 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. You need a scrap of white and a scrap of your silver glimmer paper. So let's go ahead and get started making our card now. And we're going to go ahead and start with the pieces. So I always like to get everything together, get things stamped, and then assemble all at one time. So what we want to do is take our punch, and we're going to go through and leave you enough space for your circle, your stitch circles, which is your, we're going to use the stitched shaped framelits, also the second from the largest one, to circle this out once we punch it on both the white and the silver. And then I always like to save those little pieces because you can use them elsewhere, which we will be doing that with the silver part. So then you end up with this little punch that we'll take and come in here. And I'll probably do this off camera just to make it a little bit easier. I've got the Big Shot next to me here. But as you can see, I'll put that in there, run it through, and we'll have our nice little front area there. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with our Glimmer Silver. Let's go ahead, and these we definitely want to keep our insides because we're going to use our stars inserted. Okay, let's make sure we have all of those there. Okay, let me just real quickly, I'm going to go silent because I'll cut this. Stamp our inside of our card, and then we can start the assembly of it. Okay, let's go ahead and get our inside here, and we are going to be putting one of our items here and adding some embellishments as we did over here. But let's go ahead and glue this down so we know where to put our greeting at, and put that to the side there. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of our Tombow glue here and glue this to our Whisper White panel. Good place for it. Okay, and we're going to be using Tranquil Tide for our stamp pad color today. Let's go ahead and stamp Hello Little One. And let's put it about, let's see if I can keep my head out of here, but even. Perfect. Okay, now let's go ahead and put our congratulations and celebrate your big day. And let's put it about here so we have room to write still. All right, great. All right, let's set those aside. And now we're going to put a few of the little jewels in here real quick. Let's get... Okay, so why don't we start off with one of our larger jewels on the moon. Put it about right there, and then go down to the next size. Put it about there, and let's go down to your smallest side and put it here. Then let's add on the smaller ones, let's add one of them in the middle here, and one of them, well, this one. You can never have too much bling. Love the look of it when it catches the lights. And let's go ahead and use a couple of our artisan pearls. And what I like about this is this color goes so pretty with the Pool Party and the Tranquil Tide. So they're great embellishments to add. Okay, let's put it there. And that gives us a little bit of color. Okay, let's turn it over and put some adhesive on it. Attach this to a piece. Perfect. Okay, let's set this to the side for right now. Let's go ahead and put our panels on next. And let's get them over here. We'll do the inside panels. Okay, now that we've got all of our pieces together, let's go ahead and finish up on the embellishment part. We're going to go ahead on one of these panels and put our little punch out of our Twinkle Little Star punch. And let's go ahead and use our liquid glue on this again. And then we're going to remember those little silver pieces that came out of our punch when we did the silver glimmer paper. Well, we're going to go ahead and utilize those in the front of our card. Okay, that looks good there. Let's go ahead and put it down. And then let's get all of our little silver cutout pieces we had. There's our little stars. Make sure we get them all. Hopefully I didn't lose any of them when punching them out, but I may have because it looks like I'm missing. No, that's 3 of the stars. I got everything. Okay, let's go ahead and put some glue in here for our pieces to glue down to. I am missing one of my little stars. Let's see if we got. Well, we'll improvise and use something else there. Unless that is it that flew out over here. Yep, there it is. Found it. Okay, let's go ahead and get our moon in. It fits right in there. And then let's bring our little star over here. Get it in. And we need this star to go right here. And this star to go right there. And this star right there. And it fits perfectly in there and gives it that real nice little shimmer to it. Okay, let's use a couple more of our artisan pearls and put them in our little circles there. And if you want to, you could even use your, you get those little punch out too. You could put them in there, but I wanted to add just a little bit of color to it as well. So I thought this was a good addition to it. Another thing that would be pretty is the little adhesive back sequins would be pretty here, and either the stars or circles as well. Okay, so now for assembling this, remember that this is our first panel that's going to go here, and that's kind of, you want to make sure you don't glue it but halfway this way. So what you want to do is flip over, remembering that your left side, which becomes your right side when you flip it over, is going to be what's going to come back over here. So make sure that everything fits well and you like the way it looks, and flip it over. And now we're going to add the glue to this half over here, and make sure that we don't get it when we flip this back over onto any other portion except for that front panel. So let's go ahead and line this up, and when it looks good, push it down. Okay, I want to make sure, yep, no glue on that side there. So just hold that down for a minute, and if you need to adjust it a little bit, go ahead and adjust it. Okay, the next section of this we're going to put up on dimensionals because I want to run the ribbon through it. And so it's going to be fitting up here, and I'm going to go ahead and put 4 dimensionals that are going to be kind of right in the center area to pop it up and to allow the ribbon to run through it as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we've got our dimensional, and let's cut us a piece of the ribbon to fit in there. Let's go ahead and pre-measure this and see what we've got. I always like to leave a little extra because for tying my bows. Okay, let's see what we got here. That looks like a good length. Let's go ahead and snip it, and then I'll give you a quick measurement of about how much this is. This looks like it's probably about 20 inches worth of ribbon there. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this on over and take our little pieces too. The first time I made this, I thought of the ribbon as secondhand, so I had to kind of push it through with my piercing tool because I had already put this down. But this time we're going to make it a little bit easier and place this in between so that we can still slide it. And then we're going to put this where we want to have it on the card. Okay. So now we'll have this, and you can slide this through if you need a little bit more of it this way. When we go to tie it to even it off, it'll slide back and forth. So let's go ahead and put the inside in real quick and wrap this one up. And it looks like I've made kind of a mess all around me here. Let's see if that cleans it up a little bit. Put our inside panel in. And make sure you have your card going the right direction. And try and line these up as best you can between all of your panels so it looks like it all blends in real well. Then you bring it around and tie a little bow, and you have got a precious card for that new little one that you want to send a card to and congratulate the mom and the dad on the birth of their new child. All right, well, I appreciate you coming in and watching my YouTube channel today. Again, if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe below and watch for my other videos. And God bless you and have a great day. Thank you.